20th week of Donald Trump, and here's the deal. He's losing 7-8. That's his court score. Out of 87 cases, he just lost the 80th. It was out of San Francisco, where he was trying to remove the work visa permits, whatever, of 5,000 Venezuelans, and it ain't working. The federal judge said nope and went back at him. This is the ongoing process that has happened. I want you to understand this overall from a helicopter view. Not only is he losing, but he's using the same play over and over. It's what I call the Trump failing formula. Break the law on this level, go to appeal court, go to Supreme Court, but the majority of the cases are right out the door. He's also trying to fight the law firms, but he's losing there because, again, part of that 80 was several law firms that, William Hale, what's her name, Jennifer Cole or something like that, law firms. These are things, they just out the door. The judges said, no, that's illegal. You can't just ban somebody because it's stupid. Now, I know a lot of you are worried about deportations and you're worried about the budget bill. As far as deportations are concerned, yes, we are still looking for Judges Ennis in the Garcia case and Judge Boasberg in the Alien Enemies Act to make a strike. They should be striking, meaning they should hold the court in contempt and start making people resign and or go to jail or be in big trouble. Will they? We hope so. We're in a hope mode. But I know somebody like, oh my God. I'm like, listen, they got a 7-80 record. By the time the judicial branch really strikes back, if they're really like the courts that we've known all our lives, the court system is slow, but it's definite. Meaning when it's coming for you, it's coming for you. And they have done this deportation thing and broken the law several times over. Either they're going to stand up for us and fight for us, or we're fucked. I'll just keep it real with you. I'm hoping they will. They got every right to. And we're just waiting for them to do something. And at this point, I know it's nervous, I know it's frustrating, but that's all we got. The thing I think that people are missing is that other than that, we could have the states come in and do something. And they've been doing something for the last almost 20 weeks. 23 states in the union, Democratic, including here in Illinois, have been suing and winning and still fighting in courts to this very second. Facts. Then we have the ACLU, which has also been suing and fighting and winning this very second. Facts. We do have people fighting, but you got to understand, this is a process and it takes time. Now, the budget bill. I know that's a big concern, but I keep saying this to people. If they pass anything in that budget through the Senate that affects millions of people and could really kill thousands of lives, which it could if you cancel Medicaid, Medicare, Affordable Care Act for seniors, for veterans, for children, SNAP benefits, I'm just saying it like this. They will be reading in on it, the judicial branch. But of course, that brings you back to, well, if they didn't read it on the Alien Enemies Act and Garcia yet, what makes you think, well, here's the thing. If we go back to the beginning of the administration, when they froze $1 trillion and started messing with Medicaid, 3 judges came in there real quick. It is my belief that with a sense of higher urgency, they will move towards this, given that there are lives in danger. Someone asked me in my private group yesterday, I went live, and they said, well, they said, well, what makes you think that they will come in and do this? And I said, well, in the first 3 weeks, 3 judges read into it. They automatically went after it. It's a sense of urgency because you're getting rid of hospital beds versus people being deported. Very important. But we're talking about Americans dying by the thousands. So they're going to treat it with a little more. So no matter what it gets passed out of that bill, if it affects millions of Americans, it could be thousands of Americans dying. Judicial branch coming in, and they have every right to. Judicial branch interprets the laws. So don't freak out over the bill. Wait to see what gets passed and watch what happens with the judicial branch, the 23 Democratic states, and the ACLU and other nonprofits. Do you know for the last 19 weeks, that's who's been fighting? Yeah. So if you like what I said, I've earned your subscription. Great. If I didn't, I didn't. If you'd like to find out about my private group, I got two of them, the Clarity group and the Moneymaker group about making money. Of course, in the middle of Trumpism, independently, like what I do without talking about politics. Doesn't have to be politics. It could be about basket weaving. It could be about TVs. It could be about whatever you're interested in. But right now, I've been doing that for 20 years without a job. Would you like to do that? Reach out to me, put in the, put it in, go to my description or go to DarrenMonroe.com, email me, say, Darren, I want to know about both your groups. They're open sometimes they're not. I'm thinking about making them open all the time. But the point is, I'm letting you know what's going on. You know what to do.